All right, it's fourth quarter, and for many of us, that means it's budget time, budget season. Everybody loves budget season, right? Probably not, right? But I think a few reminders as we're approaching budget season. We're actually in the middle of it right now at Service Express, and I think some reminders that we think about that I remind my executive team and leaders and finance team about as we go through budget. So a couple things. One, remember, all models are wrong. Some are useful. I did this as a blog about a year or so ago, and really holds true during budget season. I think one of the traps you can get into is getting so wound up tight around every single number, every single hire, every single expense, right down to the dollar and when. And you have to remember, most budgets are going to be out of date before the end of the first month, right? So does that mean they're not useful? No, of course not. You need budgets. You need targets. We need to know what we're aiming at, so we know where to put our time, our energy, our money, our resources, and what we expect in the return. So they're very important, but we can't get all twisted around because they're not going to be exact. They're directionally accurate, but how you get there is going to change. You're going to have to pivot as you go through your your annual year, and see where you're ahead of budget, behind a budget, where you thought you'd spend money, the return you'd get, maybe you push it over somewhere else. You have all of these things going on. And some great advice I got recently from one of our board members was to, don't focus so much on the budget process and the end result, because although again, they're important, focus more on getting better, the process. What are our major initiatives? Where are we investing? What do we expect the return to be? What are we doing to get better every day, every week, every month, every year? And so focusing on that process, I think, adds perspective to a budget season that I think you'll need, because if you're like us, you'll say all this, then you get in the meetings, you start to get wound in a little bit. You need to step back, look at it. Remember, all budgets are wrong, but they're useful, right? Know to stay flexible, know they'll be out of date, but focus really on getting better every single year, and watch where that will take you. So enjoy your budget season, and we'll see you on the other side in January when we're ready to execute.